start. There we go. That should be going live any second. Yep, looks like we're live. Excellent. Hopefully the connection's good. It's been a while. I have been distracted. I did not change the title of the stream. I'm gonna maybe do that. Get the link first and foremost. I did not change the title of the stream. I'm gonna maybe do that. Get the link. Sorry for the yawn. I'm gonna grab a link, let everybody know that I am streaming. We have a lovely Discord where everybody likes to hang out. I will be posting a link to that. Let's see, here we go. Gonna just post that and then we'll be good. I will get to painting. That isn't, that isn't a link. Okay. That didn't link to my stream the way that I wanted it to. Okay, YouTube. One moment while I get an actual link instead of gibberish for my screen. For my stream. Yeah, let's grab that actual link. There we go. One moment while I get it. That should work. I am streaming right now, Josh. Okay, yeah, I've been glued to Elden Ring. Alright. Nice to see you. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Hang on. I posted something in my chat. I don't know what I copied and pasted. There we go. I edited it. I made a mistake. Sue me. Okay, yes. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. Like, a lot. But I am streaming. I have the desk set up. I have the thing. Can you hear me? Is my voice working? Is there audio? Just making... Is there audio for you guys? So you should be able to hear me. Hopefully someone in the chat. There's 2 of you already in there. That was freaking fast. Keegan's gonna sue me and easily win. Excellent. Okay, well then that's the end of the channel there. Okay, you hear me. Alright. Alright. Wise guys. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I finally managed to break the hold that Elden Ring had on me for the past week. I like that, Otto. I like that. Okay. Okay, cool. Wow, lots of you here. That was very quick. Apparently I need to leave and play Elden Ring for a week and then come back, because y'all eager to see me, which is lovely. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm not looking forward to work tomorrow. I have to be on the phones, and I have therapy with a new therapist tomorrow, so it's like, ugh, too many things all at once. Not a fun day, but for now, for tonight, I'm good. I played a lot of Elden Ring the other night. Me and some of my friends beat the first Borderlands game, and it was the first time I had beaten a video game in like a really long time, so that was kind of fun. And then yeah, I've been heavily addicted to Elden Ring these past many days. Just, not so much streaming, but playing video games, my own sweet time, without the pressures of the internet watching me die to enemies 600 times. Yeah. And also, I don't know how to stream video games because I'm old. I know how to click the share button on PlayStation, but I don't know how to actually have my voice box connected to that as well so that you can hear what I'm doing. So until I either research and develop that technology by literally Googling how to do that, or, get a freaking gaming PC, there's probably not going to be all too much gaming streaming on this channel. I did not change the title of the stream. I'm not painting orcs, as you can see. I'm painting some terrain. This is not a ghost house. This is from a Kickstarter that was backed. And one of our lovely Discord server users printed this out for me. I don't have a 3D printer, so the file was free, and I got to test the building out, So it's called the Mining Shack, but it just looks like a cute little house. So I'm going to paint it up. Not sure exactly what color scheme I'm going for, but I really love it. It's really cute. So we're going to paint that. And it's big, so you can see what I'm doing on stream probably a little bit more easy because my camera's kind of shitty. So I thought this would be a good project to share with you. This is one of the first terrain projects I've done, and I'm just going to paint this house like 60 different times until I finally choose a color scheme that I like. So, be in it for the long haul. Yeah, Keegan, that is absolutely the mentality for any kind of From Software product. For sure. Elden Ring's just been so huge. There's so much to explore. I feel like I've been playing for hours and I still have barely scratched the surface of how big that world can be. And it's not for nothing. Like, I've leveled up to level 43, I think. So I've been playing an alarming amount of Elden Ring. Truly a staggering amount of Elden Ring. Yeah, don't look at my PlayStation statistics right now. They're grubby. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it. Anyone remember a Disney TV movie about this family that moves into a robot house and it becomes like a surrogate mother? That totally sounds like something that would have been a Disney Channel movie. I don't think I saw that one, but that seems to track with what would have been an idea at the time, for sure. Yeah, that IKEA furniture will tire you out. Just because it has a little Allen wrench and you don't have to use power tools does not mean that it's not still work to put together. My entertainment center that I built, it was like a kit. It was from Wayfair, not IKEA. And I thought it would just be all stuff that you could Allen wrench together, and it was 80%. But the doors, you had to like screw in with a power drill, but of course I don't own a power drill, and I was too cheap to buy one and too embarrassed to ask a friend to borrow one, so I just, through the power of God and anime, sat there willing those screws through the freaking plyboard with a screwdriver and some elbow grease, and it got put together in the end. One of the doors is slightly crooked, but it's not noticeable, so it's fine. Wonka's Chocolate Factory. A candy factory where orcs get pulled out of chocolate molds like Urukai and Isengard. That would be great. I would love to animate that, actually. That sounds like it would be really funny to see. Yeah, I'm down for that. And like when that other orc, I thought the Urukai were orcs for the longest time. No no one told me until recently that they were in fact different things. I was not a Lord of the Rings kid because my mom was like, you cannot watch Lord of the Rings. It is not the Lord Jesus Christ, therefore you cannot. So I didn't see Lord of the Rings until I was older. I think I just kind of missed the boat on it a little bit. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's just, you know, it's not my obsession the way some other stuff is. But who knows? Maybe it'll come back around. Like, I've been really into Star Wars recently. And I wasn't, like, I knew Star Wars and liked Star Wars well enough as a kid, but I wouldn't say I was a Star Wars kid. No, not even whipped cream. You could have the guy who's slapping his hands on people just get, like, a bag of flour. You know how if you get your hand in flour and you slap it on? That's where I was going. And I was going to explain that I couldn't remember who the guy that does that is, if he's another orc, or if he's an Orokai, or if he's... I don't know if Saruman or Sauron is the wizard, is Count Dooku, but Lord of the Rings. But one of those guys. One of those guys. But yeah, I would have definitely done flour, but whipped cream is valid too. I would love to make that animation, but I don't have these two essential qualities for that. I don't have the time, and as of right now, I don't have the patience for it. But maybe a storyboard. I could maybe do that someday. That could happen. I'd also have to, like, rewatch that scene from Lord of the Rings, like, 40 times. And, like I said, I'm just not that big of a Lord of the Rings fan. But it is a fucking killer idea. Saruman is the wizard. Oh, you just finished your first games on the terrain? Hell yes, Goober. Please tell me you got some photos of that. If you guys don't know what Goober is talking about, you can see photos of their fantastic work in our Discord server, which is really cool. And if you're new and you haven't joined, you should. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I have to police everybody from saying curse shit. Y'all be pushing my limits just a little bit. But it's a good time. You should stop on by if you haven't already. We would love to have you. I am good at segues. Excellent, excellent. Yes, photos in the Discord. Wonderful, wonderful. We love to see it. We love to see it. Aw, your parents read you Lord of the Rings before you could read? That's amazing. Heh. I love the dab. I didn't even know they had a dab emoji. Jesus. Chat is bumping today. Love to see you guys all here. I need to leave and go on a week-long Elden Ring binge more often. Or maybe it's just because it's Sunday night and people have time. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really good to see you all. I did miss streaming. I was having a lot of fun dying, don't get me wrong, but... I did miss you all. You live for the freaking stop sign? Yeah. Yeah, I have to use that reaction quite a bit. I'll have to see if I can get one of my cats to do a decent pose, that I can use, because we have custom lobster and Hector emojis in the Discord as well that I make, and they're kind of shitty, but you know what? I'm doing my best. We're living with what we got right now. Painting. I am painting these features black, but I'm gonna dust them with copper. I don't know how well copper is gonna take to this resin, so sometimes I do like to undercoat my metals with black. And since this is like a big experiment, because I don't actually know how I want to paint these, I'm just gonna try different things and see what I like. So we're gonna see how it looks, and if I like it, and then if I don't, I'm gonna change it up a bunch of times, because let's just say this is not the only terrain of this style that I will be printing. Also, look, it has an interior. It's got stuff going on in there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The other thing that I was considering painting on this stream today is I have this little Ithorian from Star Wars. little Ithorian Jedi man. But I figure I can save him for May the 4th, which is months away, but I don't have any other Star Wars miniatures, so we can paint him then. You know? That's a good idea. It's a great idea. Oh, C.S. Lewis was dragged into Christianity kicking and screaming. I was allowed to read and watch Narnia as a kid, except the newer Narnia films hadn't yet come out, and I was a slow to learn to read kid. So my first interaction with Narnia, I don't know if any of you guys are true connoisseurs of shitty direct-to-VHS animation, but there is an absolutely, like, god-awful... I mean, I loved it as a kid, but the character design, the animation, it's all so weird. But if you look up, like, animated VHS Chronicles of Narnia, you'll see some of the shit I'm talking about. Mr. Tumnus literally looks like a devil. Like, he has bright red skin and green hair, and, like, I think he has, like, a black goatee. He looks like the little cartoon that you would put on a hot sauce bottle. It is so bad and so good. But that was my first introduction to Chronicles of Narnia. I watched that VHS tape so much. And then when I found out they were making a movie of it, I was really excited. And I was, like, the right age to really enjoy that first film. I think I do remember, though, like, sitting there and being like, wait, Peter's not blonde. In the VHS, he has brown hair. I think that was my main, like, VHS to movie adaptation cartoon. Yeah, it's not good. But I remember that being a thought as a child, which is just really funny. Yeah. I'm not allowed to leave ever again, Josh. I'm sorry, I haven't beat Elden Ring yet, so, you know, who knows? Who knows? But I'm here. I don't think I let you go a full week without the melodious sound of my voice, so you should be fine. I did put out a video. It's like an 18-minute video, so you got your content. I'm blooping in Discord. God fucking damn it. Thank you, Goober, for telling me. Thank you. Let's mute that. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Gonna close out of that. We're good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't hear it, so I don't know. Because all the audio is coming through my microphone, so, like, it doesn't actually make a sound. All right, Anno, get some sleep. You know the replay will probably be there for you in the morning. Happy to see you as always. Concerned about your insomnia, which doesn't seem to have changed in my absence. You go get some rest. You go and get some shut-eye. Have a nice night. Thank you for being here. Oh, Keegan, you also were telling me that the Discord notifications were happening. Thank you for that. Dragonlance is clearly based off the Book of Job. I've never read Dragonlance. Please give us your best, worst Gilbert Godfried impression. Just to confirm, so that I have this right, Poppy, but Gilbert Godfried, he's the voice of Iago, right, in Aladdin. That's probably what I personally would know him best from. That's who you want me to do an impression of? This is not a channel. I'm not an actor. I do not voice act or do impressions. You're gonna be sorely disappointed. Why? Why, though? Why do you want a Gilbert Godfried impression? It's not gonna be good. I don't know what makes you think that I am capable of doing that. Yes, he's the parrot. Also, the original Aflac duck. That's fascinating. You never really think about who voices, like, cartoon like, mascots? But you got, is it Thurl Ravenscroft or Basil Rathbone who does, Tony the Tiger? You're gonna have to give me a compelling reason to do an impression. If I'm gonna make a fool of myself, there's gotta be a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for me. Make a haiku about a tsunami. Okay, I can probably do that. I can do haikus. Fun fact about me, playing Animal Crossing, right? You can write letters to your friends or to other animals. Ever since I was a kid and learned what haikus were, every single one of my letters in Animal Crossing has been a haiku. I always write haikus. I don't really know why I do this, but I just keep doing it. It's part of my Animal Crossing experience that I can't explain to you why I started, but I cannot stop. So let's see. While doing... No! There's... What about me I'm very confused. Why is Gilbert Godfried a thing? Did something happen to him? Am I just not aware? Have I gotten that lost in the Elden Ring sauce? Like, what is the meme, guys? I'm old. Explain this to me. I don't understand. I don't understand. Confusing me. Gilbert Godfried and haikus. Kids these days making requests. See, I guess this is why YouTube is not quite as good to stream on as Twitch would be, because I could put those little, like, oh, you've watched for 72 hours of streams, so you get little bonus points, and then you can redeem them for dumbass shit. Apparently, the dumbass shit you want to redeem them for is fucking Gilbert Godfried impressions. You're just making shit up now, Josh. None of this is real. None of this is real. Like, he didn't die, right? Or is he already? I don't know anything about Gilbert Godfried. My lack of knowledge. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's probably alive. I'm gonna Google it. No, I'm not gonna Google it. I'm gonna be confident. I think that Gilbert Godfried is still alive and kicking, and I'm going to continue to paint. Let's see. Let me finish painting this support rivet beam thing. You know, the support rivet beam. That's the technical term for it. And then I will do a haiku about a tsunami. 100% real. He is alive. Okay. Okay. It's easier when I can write down my haikus, but I guess I'll have to talk them out because I'm on stream, but we'll make that happen. We'll make that happen. Alrighty. Harassing Fiverr, painting terrain for us all. Do Gilbert Godfried. That's good. That tracks, Poppy. That is a haiku. Let's see. Let's see. Now, oh god, now I'm nervous. Y'all put me on the spot. Let me get a drink of water. Let me procrastinate doing this for a moment. Let's see. Dark and rising tide. Yeah, that's a good opening. Dark and rising tide. Run away while you still can. Too late, tsunamis here. There you go. Dark and rising tide. Run while you still can. Too late, tsunamis here. This is made up. Usually, like, we create chaos on this chat, okay? But there's, like, I can trace the genesis of where that chaos came from. This Gilbert Godfried thing has come out of nowhere. Y'all not making any sense. But you got your haiku. I gave you a haiku. We did 575. I did not do a Gilbert Godfried impression. But you know what? I will fucking add something on my little Ko-fi account, right? If you really and truly want me to do impressions, I will do impressions for money, but I won't do them for free because I'm self-conscious about it, probably in my brain somewhere, and I need motivation. I need a little, I need a little treat. So there you go. If you truly want to make Gilbert Godfried happen, you can, but I don't know why you want to, and frankly, I'm too afraid to ask. Although I have asked, and I'm a little confused. I'm a lot confused, but that's okay. But yeah, if for some reason you are really just fishing for that to happen, if that's what will entertain you in these dark times, I'll post a link. What the hell? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Let me figure out how to get that up here. Ko-fi.com. I should have these links all, like, ready to go, like a professional, but I don't. Because I'm not. One day, though. Maybe. We have 12 patrons now. We've grown. We have grown. Alright. There you go. If you're really that hell-bent on it, I've got a link in there. Hopefully the link works. It's ko-fi.com/sugarcandyminiatures. You put your name in there, and you can put what you want me to say in a terrible Gilbert Godfried impression, and let me know who you are so I can at least curse you once or twice. I don't understand the forces of the internet, but there you go. The option has been made available. And though it is confusing, I will not deny you the simple pleasure of doing things for the meme. Oh, y'all strange, and I'm allowed to say that. Oh, speaking of strange things, you know all those Tau that I said that I wasn't gonna buy? They should be here on Wednesday. So I'm gonna do, you know, the cheap, easy way of being a YouTuber, and we're probably gonna get a haul or unboxing video pretty soon. I'm hoping you won't judge me for that too much, but I'm never gonna be buying a big old fuckload of Tau again, probably. So I gotta take the chances when they come. You know, you can't hate on me for that too much. Not too much. Game photos have been dumped in the Discord. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for bringing some sanity and reining us back in a little bit to the true meaning of this stream, which is Painting, I guess. I haven't even asked. I've been so overwhelmed by all you guys up in here, which is lovely and wonderful, and I don't mind at all. But how are you doing? What are you painting? How have your lives been going? Did anybody else get Elden Ring? Have you fallen into the void with me? Have you seen some of the cool shit that I've seen in Elden Ring? Because I could talk about that game for probably like a good 4 hours. And I have a platform now on which to do it, which is scary and terrifying. I will be sure to check those photos out, by the way, Goober, as soon as this stream is over. I'll give that a look. I am not great at multitasking exactly. A giant Mario in them. Sanity. Sanity schmanity. I couldn't even paste the correct link into my own Discord today, so, you know, it's fine. I'm doing what I can to extend the weekend and stave off Monday and its cruel, icy grip just a little bit longer. Dear everybody, if you're calling into your health insurance company tomorrow and you get someone nervous on the phone, be nice to them. They're trying their best, and they don't like what they do for a living, so, you know, maybe cut them some slack. I know your life is important, but just do the mature thing. Recognize they don't know what they're doing. Let them get through the call, hang up, and call back again. I have not completed training yet, and they still want me on the phone, so that's out of my hands. I'm doing my best, and honestly, I don't get paid enough to give a fuck. You have not been playing Elden Ring. You've been building some Imperial Guard, planning to paint them blue and yellow to tell Russia that it can go fuck itself. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Make sure that you've got the Ghost of Kiev, the Russian Bush and the Russian Reaper all in there. Not Russian, Ukrainian, sorry. Ukrainian Reaper and the Ukrainian Bush in there. I knew what I meant to say, but it came out all garbled. Reading about those fighter pilots is, it's crazy in real time to be doing that. Because, like, my dad's one of those people. My dad's one of those war dads sometimes who's like, yeah, and this battle happened in something. Some historical thing and time period between this historical and that historical. So yeah. It's a little weird to see that happening, like, in modern times. But I can't focus on that too heavily right now because I will lose my mind. Thinking about the state of the world is pretty spooky. And that's, you know, I'm glad that there are people who are talking about that and keeping updated, but that's not the purpose of this channel. It never will be. I am just here to have some good soothing times. Yeah. That's what we're here for. Yeah, paint that like the Ghost of Kiev, definitely. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. I did start watching Star Wars A New Hope today, which I've seen before, but I haven't seen in a while. I got like halfway through it, and then I was like, oh shit, I didn't remember that this film was like 2 hours long. And if I watch the whole film, I won't be able to stream. And I wanted to stream, so we're doing a half and half. You know, we're having a painting intermission. I forgot how, like, how garbage some of the costumes look. Like, it's great. The original Jawa costumes aren't shit. They're so bad. It's so good. I love how we've gone from, like, the fact that, I don't know, Luke's mom is clearly just chopping up, like a head of lettuce with all the leaves cut off. To, like, oh man, we have to make these really specific, like, bread thingies for the new, like, we've come a long way in terms of what we make alien and what is like, lettuce is fine. Do I have HBO Max? Yes, I do. I do indeed. Actually, used HBO Max the other day to watch Spirited Away. Had a friend come over and he had not seen Spirited Away. So I had to show him that because it's a good film. I forgot to turn off the vibrate setting on my phone yet again. Let's see. Have I seen Ghosts? No, I don't think so. Oh shit. What the fuck, guys? Alright, one of you actually did this. How do I have 7 new alerts on Ko-fi? What the fuck happened? What did you do? Okay. Hang on, let me log into my account. One of y'all is in trouble. One of me is in trouble. I don't remember what Gilbert Godfried sounds like. I thought if I put this behind a paywall, nobody would do it. God damn it. Okay. Alright, I see you. Alright. Fair enough. Oh no, there's a DM for it too. Let's see. Now I have to reopen Discord. So if you hear a Discord ping, one of you, Poppy, looking at you, did in fact send me a coffee. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. However, so much of that was an ulterior motive, and you now want me to try and sound like the parrot from Aladdin. I don't know why I'm drinking water in order to prepare for this, because in all actuality, it would probably be much better if my voice were scratchy, and terrible. So thank you, but also, that's a thing I have to do now. What is your Oh, Jesus Christ! That is a long paragraph's worth of shit you want me to read in a goddamn... Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, hang on. I don't remember what Gilbert Godfried sounds like. Close. Oh, God, it's gonna be so bad! Oh, this is gonna be bad. Hi, GMJ! Nice to see you. Spirited Away is good. I feel so bad that you've come into it at this point when Poppy's decided. I said I was not going to. I didn't say I was not going. I said she'd have to pay me to do a Gilbert Godfried impersonation, and here it is. The money has it's exchanged hands via Ko-fi, which I appreciate. Thank you. But now you want me to do... why me? I don't do impression... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna unmute my... Oh, God. I actually can't unmute my computer, because then things won't work. I'm going to use my television to pull up Gilbert Godfried saying something so that I can remember what he sounds like. And do my best. This is not without effort. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna use my phone, but I'm using it as a camera. And I was gonna use fucking my laptop, but I'm using that to stream from. So we gotta pull this up on the TV. I'm sure I can just do a, fucking Yago funny moments. Jesus Christ. Why, though? You have not told me why this is what you wanted. Why is this what you want? Can you just tell me why? Is there a reason? There's not a reason. I know there's not a reason. I was painting terrain. I was doing good. We were having a good time. Oh, Hector, are you here to witness this? Do you want to do a Gilbert Godfried impersonation? I would prefer it so much if you did it, Hector, but unfortunately, you're still learning how to speak English and take over the world, so we're gonna have to make do with what we got, which is me. This was supposed to be a painting stream. Now this is a fucking comedy club. Not even a good one. Not even a good one. Alright, I'm pulling up YouTube on my TV. It's taking a moment. Should I paint all of the parts, the copper-ish parts, black first? And then, yeah, that's what I'll do. Batch painting, because we're still going to get some fucking work done amidst this goddamn nonsense. I forgot that on the internet, if you challenge someone to meet a goal and sometimes ask them for money, they will use their disposable income to do it. I just didn't realize that I was at that point of internet shit yet. I thought I was still a nobody, guys. Happened faster than I thought. I don't... Okay. Oh, okay. So the... am I gonna... Oh, jeez. Alright. So the clip that I'm going to pull up is either going to be Aladdin Funniest Iago Moments or Aladdin 1992, but it's only Iago. Neither of those are good choices. Neither of them. And I'm only promising you to get through one sentence, because you sent me a lot to read, and I'm gonna try, but I will probably die laughing at myself, and embarrassment is a thing I experience, so that's gonna kick in at some point. Hi, Hector! Oh. Do you want to be cute? Be cute for the camera, buddy. Be cute. He says, hello, friends. Hello. Run along, little child. Don't witness this. Okay. Alright. Let's see. That is way too loud. Sorry if you hear this in the background. Don't copyright strike me, Disney.
I can't believe it. I just don't believe it. We're never gonna get a hold of that stupid plan. Just forget it. Look at this. Look at this. I'm so thick that I'm molting. I can't take it anymore. If I gotta choke down on one more with all due respect, Your Highness, yes.
Okay. I don't know how you expect me to do that. I don't have the training for this. It's just scratchy and impossible. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Okay. We're gonna get this over with. I don't know. I don't have any training. I'm not an actor. This is terrible. This is the worst. Okay. Alright. And you sent me fucking Warhammer Lord to read. Why? It's not gonna be good. I'm just warning you, it's not gonna be good. I don't know how to approach this. I don't. This is so weird! Okay. I just gotta, like, fucking, you know, get my nerve together and do this. It's just, you know, I don't have any I was not prepared to do impressions tonight, and I will do it. You paid for it. That's fair. But just give me, you know, we're gonna take a moment. Give me a break, indeed. Like, I don't know what about me makes you think I can do impressions, because I can't. So it's not gonna be good. I've stated that like 12 times, but you don't seem to care. It's Warhammer Lord. Why did you send me this? I don't know why I'm embarrassed. Y'all can't even see me. I can delete this video anytime I want. It doesn't have to exist on the internet forever. Y'all got me nervous. Y'all got me nervous. I'm gonna finish painting this orb, and then I'm gonna go for it. Sorry, I've got a bit of stage fright. You're gonna have to, like, deal with that. One time I was trying to audition for Sweeney Todd, a musical that I love and adore and know most of the words to, frankly. But I got so nervous about that audition that instead of going to the audition, I was in like the waiting to be called area where you were gonna like sing a song and stuff or whatever, and I felt really sick and chugged like a Coke Zero and then just hid in the bathroom and puked instead of going to the audition. I did not get any of the parts in Sweeney Todd, but I did help with the backgrounds a little bit, and I went and saw the show, and our school did a good job. So, kudos. Did not puke on stage is also probably good, but yeah. You'd think being a streamer I'd be over any stage fright or anything like that, but nope, that is apparently still real. So thank you for reminding me that is a thing. Ugh. Alright, you can only make fun of me for like 10 minutes because of how bad this is gonna be, though. Like, I'm putting a 10-minute clock on this. This is not gonna be my legacy. I'm not gonna turn into the YouTuber who does bad impressions. It's not what I want from here. No, I did not get to be a tree in the background of Sweeney Todd. Though, I do still sing all of the songs, when watching the film in a terrible British accent. It is so bad. It's fucking criminal, and it's not good. It's not good. 'Cause I try and do all of the parts at once, as you do when you're singing a song. Okay. There it is. I'm not gonna think about this, and it's not gonna be good. But here we go. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor had sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, held in life by marvels from the dark age of technology, and the 1,000 souls sacrificed each day so his may continue to burn. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. It is to suffer an eternity of carnage and slaughter. It is to have cries of anguish and sorrow drowned by the thirsting laughter of dark gods. This is a dark and terrible era where you will find little comfort or hope. Forget the power of technology and science. Forget the promise of progress and advancement. Forget any notion of common humanity or compassion. There is no peace amongst the stars, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Alright. That's pretty much as good as it gets. You're not getting a better impression. That is the height of my ability and the fucking pit of despair of my limitations. As I have stated, I am not an actor. I am not responsible for any eardrums that were busted during that, rendition. I'd say you're welcome, but I feel like I should be apologizing. Was I going to be Sacha Baron Cohen? No, I don't think I've got it in me to be Pirelli. I wouldn't have minded trying to be Toby. I think maybe I could have pulled that off. I'm not even gonna say that I could have gone for Anthony, because his part is, like, kind of important, I guess. And I guess Toby's is too, but Toby doesn't necessarily have to, like... I guess he does have that one solo with Miss Lovett. I'd like to be someone... I could have been Beetle Bamford. That's what I could have done. I would have been a hell of a Beetle Bamford. Maybe, if I could have gotten over the stage fright. Are you happy? Are you happy, Poppy? Was that worth $5? Was that worth a goddamn crispy chicken sandwich meal from McDonald's? Is that worth it to you? Did you have fun with that? God. No! No, my Gilbert voice is not what you hear when you read In the Grim Darkness of the Far Future. Absolutely fucking not. Put that thought from your mind. No, no, no. No. I wanted this to be a channel where anyone could talk about Warhammer, not having to, you know, be traumatized by my fucking, oh god. Oh god, no. You're hopeful for a clip of that? You're gonna have to fucking extract that clip yourself, because I'm sure as hell not clipping that audio. That is effort that you're not getting out of me. Not after that. It reminded you of wizard people, dear. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I did really have... Oh, I could do some Dear Reader wizard people. That is one of the things that has brought me joy in life. Especially with, like, you know, JK being the terrible person. Dear Reader wizard people stands as one of the few remnants of Harry Potter that I feel I can fully enjoy. And yeah, there was definitely some Dear Dear Reader wizard people in that. I'm sorry, I like I said, I don't voice act, so, you know. Trying to think of a good bit from Dear Reader wizard people. I used to have several parts from it memorized. Now I just have, like, you know, little lines here and there, but there was a time when I could do full paragraphs. Now I'm just thinking of lines from Dear Reader wizard people and laughing to myself. That's not helpful. It's not how you do a stream, goddammit, Fives. Oh, what has happened? What has happened indeed? If any of my friends find this, never bring it up. Bury that shit. This didn't happen. That whole, yeah, that's good stuff. Sorry that my Gilbert Godfried impersonation did not sound like Gilbert Godfried, but I told you it wouldn't. You know, that we're not, I can't be held responsible for that. You knew you weren't getting a professional, you were getting me. As good as it gets. And we still got some terrain painted along the way. They didn't bring the shake? What the fuck? I hate it when that happens. You can try texting your DoorDash delivery person and be like, yo, did you forget this? If not, just contact DoorDash and be like, hey, you didn't give me the food that I ordered, and they should refund you. But I know that's, like, nothing to, like, the anticipation of watching something be like, oh, this delivery is on its way, and it's almost there, and you're like, fuck yeah, and then you get it, and you're like, the one thing that was the reason I actually placed this order is not here. Like, those fries were a supplemental purchase to meet a delivery minimum. They were not the main focus. They were not the main focus. Alright, I'm gonna close out of Discord now before I forget. I'm impressed that I got through that whole paragraph. That's gonna be my achievement for today. I also forgot to turn off the vibrate setting on my phone, but I feel like that's the least of our problems right now, because all of us have been traumatized by that. You know what else I watched today? It was in a sealed bag, so the delivery guy didn't have it. They refunded you. You're shakeless and adrift. I'm sorry. Listen, you can blame Poppy directly for that, because clearly getting me to do a Gilbert Godfried impersonation unleashed unspeakable evil upon the world. Like, everybody's gonna think it's whatever shit happened in the Horus Heresy with, you know, Horus doing whatever, or succumbing to chaos or some bullshit like that. No, it was actually right here, right now, March 6th, 2022. Fiverr unleashed chaos upon the world, spoke forbidden tongues, and here we are. All of it was my fault. You accept all blame. You have no shame. This is the best day for you. That's great. I'm glad you're happy with your choices. I'm glad you're happy with your choices. Support me on Patreon, guys, so I don't have to nickel and dime with bad impressions. That's what I can get out there on the street and do. If I had to quit my job, I'd just be like, worst impressions you've ever heard for a quarter, and people would be like, yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. It won't come to that. It won't come to that. I may not love my job, but it's fine. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I promise. I swear. I haven't taken that much psychic damage. Hey, you know what? My Gilbert Godfried voice will not improve, but if your wallet is that deep, we can keep it rolling. Like, I'm not gonna turn away money that I barely have to work for. I'm just not the kind of person who's gonna do that right now. But, you know, be reasonable. I'm not gonna say anything, like, hideous or weird. So, within reason, which was a stipulation I hadn't made before, but really fucking should've. I'm not gonna say anything that makes me uncomfortable, and like a, you know, just stick to, like, Warhammer quotes or shit like that. That's not gonna be weird. Then that's fine. I will also do bits from Dear Reader Wizard People if I can remember them. That I'll do for free if I can actually recall any of the, like, a good stretch of passage from that. I'm surprised other people had heard of that, because honestly, I've watched that so many times, and, like, no one I've ever shown it to has known what the fuck I was talking about. So, y'all got some taste. Some weird taste, but some taste. I just, you know, I don't think they're not weird as hell, but, like, they're not gonna be wildly offensive in any way, if you catch my drift. Like, I'm not gonna say Nazi shit up on this channel or anything like that, and I don't think you would send me any of that to say, but this is the internet, and people love to just try and push their limits when people don't give disclaimers, because common sense can unfortunately not be assumed in this day and age, so that's just kind of where I was going with that. You want a Warhammer audiobook narrated by Gilbert. The main Space Marine should be voiced... I don't know who Bobcat is. And I don't know who Brian is either. I apologize. I'm sure that's very funny. I just don't know who those people are. They go around doing bad accents constantly. Listen, Like, I have no taste for it. I loved Mary Poppins as a kid, and I thought for some reason that was Dick Van Dyke's real voice, and it isn't. That was just his very bad Cockney accent. For years, I just thought that was how he talked. Do love Ed Wynn, though. I will not try an Ed Wynn impersonation because, frankly, I'm not really sure how he says what he says in a voice. Loved him as the Mad Hatter in Disney's Alice in Wonderland, and it's delightful whenever he's in, like, an episode of The Twilight Zone or something like that. Very distinctive, in a way that I don't really know how to capture. That's fair enough, Poppy. If that's, I'm not Jewish, and I mean, the internet is a place where you just don't say stuff that's gonna be, taken out of context 6 years down the road so someone can have a scandal about you. I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable on this channel, trying to be all, chill. I've probably scared away some. We've been going for just over an hour now, and I still have 4 concurrent viewers watching this. So, at least 4 of you out there are digging whatever the hell this fucking is. I don't really know. I should change the stream. I'll change the stream name to just whatever the hell this fucking is. But I don't think I can put fucking in the title of a video, probably. Not on YouTube. I don't think I can. I'm not gonna try. We're not gonna try. I don't need to get banned. I don't know how to get banned on YouTube, but I'm sure it happens. Hashtag Fivergate. Please no. Let's not get that trending. I will put, I'll make the title "In the Grim Darkness of the Painting Stream, there is only a bad Gilbert Godfried." I'm gonna misspell that almost assuredly. Impersonation, and then like 6 question marks. And then I'm just gonna put, this one got out of hand. Excellent. We've adjusted the title. Now people can be aware of what they're getting. Bobcat is Pain in the Disney Hercules. Okay. Is Pain the blue one or the pink one? Pain's the pink one. Pretty sure. Panic is the blue one. I know this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I know what they sound like. That would be one hell of an audiobook if you're switching from Gilbert Godfried to that. I don't think that's an audiobook that a lot of people are going to find easy or soothing to listen to. That's probably going to be a trial for some to get through. The one with the awful... I mean, both of them have, fairly... I would say fairly grating voices. Fairly grating. I'm pretty sure they're the pink and blue horrors from 40K. Well, there you go. There's more plot for whatever cursed audiobook you're putting together. They could meet some Zinch demons. You know what's really cool? Circling back to this, because I did beat Borderlands, the first one, for, the other day. And I was playing with some friends. And, like, they were just having a fun time watching me react to the stuff that was happening. And it was very nice, because, like, I haven't been able to meet them in person. They're friends from the internet. I treasure them very dearly. But it was legitimately the same sort of feeling you get doing that with just friends you meet online as when I've beaten video games in person with people. And I'd completely forgotten that was a feeling that I liked and that was satisfying. But it was nice to have that. I think for like, because it's been a pretty up and down sort of world. That was like one of the first times I had felt normal in years. That was wonderful. So like if you're having a bad time, I would suggest if you have a day off work or a day where you don't have any responsibilities, find some internet friends or friends you haven't played games with in a while and just find a video game that you can beat in like 4 hours. We didn't beat it in 4 hours, obviously. We played through the whole game, and I didn't know we were going to beat it that night, which was cool because we were all up late, like later than we should have been, but there was this unspoken, yeah, we're just going to stay up until we beat this game kind of thing. But like having a day like that is really good. You should try it sometime. If the audiobook has any Sisters of Battle, Patrick Warburton and H. John Benjamin. I love both Patrick Warburton and H. John Benjamin are great. I could maybe do not an H. John. I could maybe do a Patrick Warburton impression, because I've watched The Emperor's New Groove a lot of times. I don't really know what makes H. John Benjamin's voice work. Like sometimes I can tell in a way that I can mimic. No idea how that man because I feel like it's just his voice, He doesn't really do anything. It's just who he is. Patrick Warburton has like a cadence that I could match. He has some fucking like change in inflection and tone and diction that I can try and mimic, but I know what it is with H. Jump. It's not gonna work for me. This is also not relevant. No one cares who I can and can't impersonate. That's not what we're here for. We're here to watch me painstakingly paint all of the parts that I plan on doing copper on this house. Right? No. I don't know. Y'all got me all confused about my own fucking stream. What'd you do? Casting magic spells? The orb of confusion has been brought out. Fucking SpongeBob references. That's where we are now. The other day, someone asked me if I had watched SpongeBob, and I was like, I did grow up as a child in the early 2000s. Of course I've watched SpongeBob. Not in years, but, you know all the references. You know all the jokes. Can't believe that was a question somebody asked me. I always thought I presented as someone who knew their SpongeBob quotes. Where's the donate thing so you can get more impressions? I'll fucking send it again. Here you go. You can either put what you'd like me to say in the message on Ko-fi, or you can DM it to me in Discord if you're on the Discord. It is I hope the link is appearing in the chat. I can't really tell what you're seeing. It's like highlighted in orange, so I don't know if that makes it not happen. But it's ko-fi.com/sugarcandyminiatures. Patron Goal Fiverr does a terrible mini audiobook of awful 40k fanfic. Listen, like if we want to make that a Patreon goal, I used to write fanfiction. I could still write you some terrible... I could write and read you some terrible Warhammer 40k fanfiction. We can make that happen. If that's what you want, I can make that a goal, but I don't know why anyone would want that. I don't understand. That doesn't really compute for me too much. But I'm trying to understand my target audience here, guys. I don't get it. I dunk on Nurgle all the time, and then you're all Nurgle fans, and y'all know I don't know shit all about 40k, but you just make... I'm here. I'm here to paint and apparently do more impressions. So there's the link. I'll keep an eye on my email notifications, because I get them. You can post in the chat letting me know when you've completed your request, and I will review it for, being ethical and something that I feel won't get me in trouble to say on YouTube, and just, you know, we'll go from there. Fucking go from there. What? Who do I ship in 40K? That's a question for sure. Uh, Considering I don't know many of the 40K characters half as well as I should like to. Like, I haven't really read a lot of the books, I haven't gotten deeply into the lore, so I kind of. Like, I watch a lot of lore videos, but I don't necessarily remember, all of the details. Let's see. I'm trying to think. It's been a while. The last stuff I listened to was about Tao, and while I would love a Tao with a boyfriend, I'm here for it. I just don't think that Farsight or, what's the other guy? Storm something. Because Shadow Sun's a lady, which is cool. We're here for that. But none of them struck me as having, like, real good chemistry, real good partnerships with each other. Like, I just wasn't getting that impression because I heard a summary. Kazcool and Yarrick. The only fanfic that interests you is in the vein of Tina Belcher. Listen. Whatever fanfics you're reading, that's between you and Archive of your own. Like, that, I understand. There's a lot of fanfiction out there. You can definitely find what you're looking for. The internet is a vast place full of everyone writing about everything all of the time. I'm often shocked how much minor characters get attention from people in the fandom. I'm still trying to think of 40K characters that I know shit about. It's gonna take me a minute. Because usually, like, I don't like Space Marines, so I haven't gotten deeply invested in the Space Marine lore, and, like, I have to consistently remind myself that they're all, like, clones of the same DNA and stuff, so I guess it would be unethical for them to, like, you know, for any Space Marines to have crushes on each other, because they're all, like, weirdly the same, kind of like the clones in Star Wars, where I'm like, if you weren't all literally clones of each other, then yeah, but no, that invalidates it all, and that's a deal breaker for me. I know for the rest of the internet, that's not always the case, but, like, I'm trying to think of 40K characters that I know. Like, I don't know. Belisarius Cawl just doesn't seem like he should be allowed near anyone with anything on his mind at all. I don't know any named Sisters of Battle characters, which is a real fucking shame. Listen, we're not turning it into that. We're not playing a contest of who's read the most obscure thing on Archive of Our Own. That's not where this is going. It's not tonight, guys. Not tonight. Not after what's already happened. We can't have that contest tonight. It's just it's not gonna work. Oh, Lord. See? I said at the beginning of this stream, y'all were getting a little cursed up in the Discord. If I could just spam the fucking stop sign emoji up in here, I would, but I am painting right now. I'll have to think about it, and see if I can think of any 40K characters that I know. Cause, like, I don't know, the orcs I'm not shipping orcs, they don't really seem like they're into that. I don't know. I do know that story about the last church on Terra. That's one of my favorite little bits of Warhammer things. I just think it's really interesting. And I wish that they mentioned at any point again that clock that's gonna say when the world ends. Like, why is nobody searching for that? Why is that not a thing? I have Googled it. Can't find out anything for that beyond that it is just a part of that story. So if I was gonna write original Warhammer stories, that's the thing that I would be writing about. And like the people would be like people from a hive world that has to, like, cuz the emperor just eats bowlfuls of psychers for breakfast basically. So it'd probably be like siblings who one of them has psychic powers and is trying to not showcase that so they don't fucking die. And then, like, they get swept up in something somehow, and they realize that psychic power is the only way they can navigate the warp. So they get stuck on, like, a space hulk with, like, probably an orc, because I'm me, maybe a Tau, and then, like, something else. And then I don't know who the villains would be. Like, you'd have part of it being probably an Inquisitor chasing them down. And then also, like, for fun, some kind of chaos thing that they just happen upon. It wouldn't be Nurgle, because I'm not gonna fucking write about Nurgle, but maybe Zinch or Korn could have some fun times there, and that's basically where it would be. I feel like day-to-day life on the hive worlds and stuff like that, and just average citizens are really the part that I'd care about, because you have, and not even like Imperial Guard average, but just like, this is a dude and is trying to fucking navigate how weird this world is. Like, that's interesting to me more so than fucking, I don't know, 687 Primaris lieutenants or whatever they're called, saving the day once again. They say brother way too much. I just can't do it. Okay, first of all, Morathi and Baron von Karstein, no. Morathi is a lesbian. Like, I think we can establish that. She literally founded the Daughters of Cain and was like, I'm only gonna surround myself with women. That is not a thing that someone who's gonna settle for fucking Manfred von Karstein is gonna do. If Morathi's getting with anyone in the vampire sphere, it's either it's either gonna be Neferata, because she seems like she has her shit together, but if she's too powerful, then I submit Laukovai as a possible option, because they both are like weird half animal, half ladies, and they probably would at least have, like, how hard it is to find clothes to talk about together. But Morathi is not fucking having any times with Manfred von Karstein. She is too good for him. I don't think she would stoop to his level. I think he would try to reach for hers, but she would not stoop to his. Not even on her worst day. Fanfic about paying taxes in the 40k universe. I would love, like, and I'm pretty sure, like, I haven't watched WandaVision, so I don't know actually what that show is about. I was told that I should watch it, and then I looked at it, and I said, these are Marvel characters that I have no desire to see at all. I don't really care about what's going on with them. So I didn't watch it. But it seems like at one point they're just held hostage by, like, the idea of a television show of, like, picturesque 1950s stereotypes. And I would love to do that, like, kind of just a unsettling, we are all smiling and life is fine even throughout all of the horrors that are happening in our, like, hive city kind of thing. That would be really funny. I would love that. That, I don't know if I'm explaining the context of what that is quite right, but that's the mood there. That makes sense. I don't know how I'm gonna paint the inside copper parts. I'm gonna worry about that later. I'm gonna just do the roof for now. So let me set this to the side. On with the roof. It could also just be because Marathi and Laukavai are what I painted most recently. But I think they'd be a good Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss team together. They would be. It would work. Oh, cool. I can take that out. I think I'm going to do all these panels to look like glass, and then I'm going to do, like, you know, these are copper and stuff, but we're figuring it out as we go. I just feel like there needs to be a lot of copper in this paint job. I don't know why, but that's what we're going to try first. Can you imagine if I paint this whole thing, I don't like the paint scheme, and then I have to prime over it? I can... Oh, shit. The video did freeze. Alright. Fair enough. Can you still hear me? I'm just over here mumbling away. Boop, boop, boop. So what happens? You break it because y'all cursed. Right. It looks like we have it back. Give YouTube a second to figure itself out. Gonna see if... Yeah, OBC seems to have it. YouTube, have you figured it out yet? Are we back? I think we're back. It looks to me like we are returned to moving video. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Try to keep an eye on it, but I am so not perfect. Yeah, we're back. It is back. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. I gotta give credit to Patrick Warburton, circling back to that, but I was not confident about his ability to play Lemony Snicket when that was announced as the casting for the Netflix series of Unfortunate Events. I was like, I don't know about that choice. Because I've always seen Lemony Snicket as, like, kind of, you know, not like big. He's like a skinny little Milo from Atlantis kind of guy. But Patrick Warburton did a fantastic job. So I was quite pleased by that. If anyone else cares about the Netflix adaptation of Series of Unfortunate Events, that was quite good. I enjoyed it very much. Someone who was a big fan of the books, they reference the books quite heavily. Those are books which I have read, unlike most 40K novels. I'm going to take Brent from Goobertown Hobbies' recommendation to just not bother with the Horus Heresy books because there are quite a lot of them, and I'm not entirely sure that they're worth my time. I would love some Tau book recommendations, though. If y'all have good novels about the Tau, I can use the $5 I just earned from doing a terrible impersonation towards getting some more Tau lore up in here. Because unlike the masses, I will not merely subscribe to book lending services. I will go out there and purchase or rent it myself so that I might fight the one system that I hate more than anything else. My greatest enemy in this world. Bezos and his empire of Amazon. Also, I was thinking about getting a corn army the other day. After literally just, like, you know, getting Tau. I was like, you know what? I've almost finished my Cruel Boys army completely. So that means I gotta get a new Age of Sigmar project. Like, I do this hobby for the painting, so I can't just stop painting things, obviously. And any logical person would be like, wow, Fives, you have a huge backlog of Bloodborne miniatures, of miniatures from Townsfolk Tussle you could paint. You have boxes of stuff you haven't assembled. You have a whole entire fucking Tau box you're about to get. Why don't you focus on that for a while instead of Age of Sigmar? And I'm just here like, we could have a Khorne demon army for Age of Sigmar though. Could have Khorne demons. Could paint them like popcorn for the pun. It'd be great. I have not purchased any Khorne models. I have looked very much at this one Khorne model, which I feel like is the essence of Warhammer distilled into a single model, because it's just a Khorne demon, right? But his cape is made out of skulls, and there are skulls on his horns and skulls on his bases, and all his armor is just skulls. I feel like that's just the most Warhammer model that has ever existed. Somehow it speaks to what the Warhammer franchise is more than any Space Marine I've ever seen. And I love that. It just feels like, yeah, that's really it, isn't it? That's really it. Getting this roof painted. Do 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 do. Do you guys want to see Hector? You haven't seen him for a couple of days. I bet you miss him. He's over there, sleeping on the cat tree. Having a little nap. He's having a good time. He is out. Khorne is so basic. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just, I mean, it's demons. Did they really? Can you find me that article? I would love to read it or see it, because literally when I saw it in a store, I was like, that's the most Warhammer model I've ever seen. I really wanted to buy it, and I was gonna, but it was $35, and I was like, I cannot justify spending $35 on a single model for an army I don't own right now. I wanted it pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I was just like, that's gonna lead to a whole ass project. I've been trying to put the Skull Taker out of my mind ever since. Thank you for giving me the name of that model, by the way. Really appreciate it. I love that I can just vaguely describe a model to you, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. I've told you about my friend Adam before, who doesn't know anything about Warhammer, but I've told him multiple things about Warhammer just because he is my friend and he listens to the things that I'm interested in. But I did once show him a squig, and he hated it so much because he just said the anatomy was terrible and all wrong, and that thing couldn't possibly live, which was great. It was so hilarious. He was so angry about it. He did a terrible drawing of a squig, which is my favorite drawing of a squig I've ever seen. I love this drawing so much. I'm gonna get it tattooed on me at one point, because it's one of my favorite things that someone's ever made for me, was this drawing of a squig. And he drew it like face planting in the dirt, because he said this is just how it would happen, because its tail unbalances it so. And since then, I have sometimes described other Warhammer models to him, and if it's a good day, I can sometimes get a drawing to happen, which is a delight. He drew Archaon the Everchosen once, and it is a goddamn masterpiece. I think my next request should be the Skull Taker, because that would be great. They have an old metal Skull Taker? That's cool. I I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, a lot of these models have old models, but I never think about it, you know? Because I'm not like a vintage old hammer painter. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have an alarm that says like something funny on it, you should keep that one around. My alarms are like boring. They're like, remember to sign this piece of paper. Like this morning, I woke up and I had an alert that my credit score had gone down by 30 points, and I was like, that's weird. Um, and so I looked into it, and like someone had falsely reported something, and I just like messaged. I used the dispute center on the credit bureau because I've done this before, and like within 5 hours, it was removed from my credit report, and my credit score was back where it was before. But like I only knew how to do that and remained so calm about that and wasn't like panicking because literally the exact same thing had happened to me like 6 months ago. And I had set all kinds of alarms for like the days that the dispute should be resolved by and all shit like that so I could follow up. And it was resolved within 5 hours. I was like, yep, I'm not even going to worry about. And I have anxiety, so I panic about everything. But it is really crazy how sometimes after you've gone through something once, you're just like, yeah, no, I know how to deal with this. This is fine. We can handle this together. It's gonna be okay. Oh, fucking goddamn. I'm annoyed by it now. I'm gonna actually try and turn the mute on my phone. Because I feel like I keep doing it, and I keep hitting the button, but it's not actually doing the thing. And then I'll just get distracted for forever. There we go. It's on mute now. At least I hope it's on mute. If it's not on mute, then my phone is cursed, and, you know, that's just par for the course, honestly. I'm not gonna be mad about it. There we go. Let's get that in focus, if at all possible. One of these days, I'm gonna get a proper camera, I promise. That's our first Patreon goal. We're close-ish. We're 1/5 of the way there. Slowly but surely. Slowly but fucking surely. Poppy, if you would please also post a photo at some point of what the old Skull Taker looks like, so I don't forget to Google it after this stream, I would be very appreciative. I often enjoy seeing what the old versus the new looks like, so if you're not troubled by that, I'll make that small request of you. Hey, I am still live! Yes, Kraz, and look what I am painting. You're one step ahead of me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kraz, I am painting a building that you might find a little bit familiar. I wonder why. We're rolling right along with this. You've missed most of the chaos, though, thankfully. Thankfully, your ears were saved from that. Consider yourself the fortunate one. Yeah, but I did finally break myself away from Elden Ring to do a stream for all of the lovely folks out there. Also, maybe, just maybe, I was a little frustrated with how often I was dying in Elden Ring, which would be completely unrelated to anything because I'm very mature and would never rage at a video game at all. Ever. Once in my life. Ever. Full stop. I'll be really excited when I'm done painting all of the fucking trim on this. Can you imagine if this were a smaller scale? And, you know. Because, if I like how this copper looks, I think what I might do is, when I'm priming these, I'll just leave them black. I won't do a zenithal, so that I can just paint the metal right over the black. But I gotta see how it looks. These are plans for future painting projects that can be adapted. It's a fluid process. Just want to keep playing. But he wanted to watch Princess Bride after you watched Zorro. Another Man in Black. Look at you go. That's a good movie lineup though. Got your masked like vigilantes. Just throw Batman in there and you have one, like, you know, more modern example too. I do intend to watch Zorro. I just haven't done it yet. Probably just put it in the TV. I have a VHS of it. And I'll just watch it in parts while eating breakfast. Although currently my breakfast routine is stumble out of bed, feed the cats, make myself a bowl of cereal, and continue to watch Star Wars Rebels, which I've been making my way through. That routine got slightly interrupted when I realized that if I ate breakfast fast enough, I could get a solid 15 minutes of Elden Ring in before having to go to work. I have beat bosses in those 15 minutes. Like, I am sharpest for video games first thing in the morning after breakfast, which makes no goddamn sense because I cannot function for the life of me for anything else at that time. But I guess probably since all my other thoughts haven't kicked in, I'm just better at coordination in those moments. So if I'm struggling with a boss, I will literally just try it again first thing in the morning, and 9 times out of 10, I am able to defeat it. I don't know what kind of magic spell makes that happen, but I am unwilling to question it, as it is a system that has worked for Bloodborne, and it is a system that will hopefully continue to work for Elden Ring. Also, I'm trying not to give any Elden Ring spoilers, because I don't know if any of y'all are out there looking to play it, but if you do pick it up, let me know some of your thoughts. I'd be very interested. It's been a lot, but it's been good. It makes me want to write a D&D campaign, because there's just a lot of, like, cool random encounters happening there that I would have never thought to throw into D&D, but it seemed like they'd work pretty good. The most surprising part about this stream is that it has 2 likes, even though I've done a terrible impersonation. God. I've forgotten to remind people to like and subscribe in all of my recent videos, which is not great. Not doing that YouTube thing too well. When I make my next video, I've gotta make sure that I get a like and subscribe in there. Gotta make sure I shill before closing out. Your thoughts about Elden Ring are that you miss your friends. Yeah, just give them a few weeks. Just wait it out. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I am definitely one of those people who, like, literally, I would get off work and I would just go directly into playing Elden Ring. It's so bad. I need to slow down. I've been trying to make myself slow down. The other day, like a statistic for how much playtime I had on the game popped up, and I had only had the game for 4 days, but I had played almost 28 hours of Elden Ring. And I was like, Fives, you need to go outside. So I did. I was like, I'm going outside. I can't do this. A lot of your friends are diehard Souls fans. Yeah, well, I mean, it's good for them. They get a new game. They want to do the exploring. They want to experience it. I was so eager to find stuff that my brain doesn't kick in and be like, "Yo, idiot, you should take this slowly because you're not getting another one of these games for like 8 years. So why don't you just enjoy this one while you have it and not rush through it?" That's kind of what I got to keep telling myself. Um I think I'm just having what a lot of people had with Breath of the Wild for Legend of Zelda when that came out, where it was like really interesting to explore and it felt very open and cool and stuff. And like you just kind of been trapped inside for a while, and to suddenly have a world open up that you can run around in and see sunlight and grass and trees and shit like that is very like good. Um Coupled with the fact that the winter here has been prohibitive for actually going outside, like that was it was really nice to go into the virtual outdoors. I know that sounds really lame, but it was legitimately nice to just be outside and watch the time change in the game. And like in one area, fireflies came out at night, and I was like, "Oh shit, right, fireflies are a thing." Um, but that was, yeah, yeah. So it's stuff like that. I can't say that it's healthy. It definitely sounds like an unhealthy way of dealing with this any situation, but it's just kind of where I'm at, what I'm going through. It's been good. But I'm definitely like at the point where I don't want to uncover all of the secrets yet, and I consciously want to make an effort to slow down. So I'm really hoping that my friends will want to play Borderlands some more, and I can kind of switch between the two. But also, get back to streaming a little bit more often is probably good. I don't see any problem with taking like time for mental health and just being like, you know what, this is a week that Fives maybe doesn't have to put all of their brain thoughts out into the internet. But um, it wasn't that. It was literally just I chose to use all of my free time for playing Elden Ring. So yeah, it's bad. We're gonna stop doing that. We're gonna be a little bit more modern. But like, it's the first week the game is out. I was excited. I did the same thing with Animal Crossing. Whew. When New Horizons came out, it was even worse. I think for a solid month, I did not do anything but play Animal Crossing. And I'm not saying I worked at a job where I wasn't doing much during a pandemic and one could sit around on their Nintendo Switch if they wanted and play Animal Crossing, because that would be against company policy. So I definitely didn't do that. But also, I played a lot of Animal Crossing. Some would say almost an impossible amount of Animal Crossing. Still love my little town. It's pastry themed. I'm sure that's a shock to most of you. It's called Flower Town, but spelled like flour that you bake with. And my character's name is Choux, Choux, like choux pastry. It's the sweetest little town you ever did see. That's probably healthy to not, be very sweaty and playing video games. I guess people say sweaty these days when they're trying real hard at video games. I legitimately get, like, nervous enough about stuff that I do actually perspire while fighting bosses in video games, though. That has happened. It may continue to happen. Although it has been nice, my shoulders took a nice break from being hunched over at a painting desk to kind of being more relaxed and holding a controller. So, there are benefits. I don't have what I would call the best posture, or vaguely acceptable posture, or even really posture to begin with. But, here we are. It's also raining outside in a very soothing, like, raindrops tapping on the window kind of way, and that's just good background audio to be painting to. Do I actually expire while playing video games? I mean, I die a lot. This is not a no... I ain't no pro gamer, no fault, 100%ing Bloodborne without touching an enemy or taking a point of damage or whatever weird-ass fucking insane challenges people are able to do. Those people both have all of my admiration and all of my concern all at once, because holy fuck, like, athlete levels of training go into that, and I don't, like, how is that something that you're doing? It's so impressive, but it's so niche. I don't understand. I will never understand. I will always admire, though. No. I definitely die a lot. Multiple times. I'm terrible at jumping. Jumping! They added jumping. And they added jumping. I know that sounds like the dumbest thing. But you can't jump in Bloodborne. You can't. You can jump in... Elden Ring, which I actually kind of hate, if I'm honest, that they added. I both love and hate that they added jumping. I hate it because I'm bad at it, but I love it because it's opened up a lot more exploring options. But goddamn, do I not have the coordination necessary to do basic tasks in video games sometimes. Like, my friend Mark was talking to me and trying to advise me about what characters might suit me to play in Borderlands 2. And, he was talking about one, how he was like, yeah, the strength of their gun goes up every time that they don't manually reload the gun. They let the game auto-reload it, but their accuracy goes down. And I'm like, Mark, I gotta be honest with you. When we were playing Borderlands, the original, I don't know that I ever manually reloaded a gun. And my accuracy's already terrible. And he's like, yeah, that's why I thought they'd be perfect for you. Can I repeatedly jump backwards into things to clip through them? Most likely. I don't really try and do that. I get very immersed when I'm playing video games, I guess you could say. Like, I've made up reasons for my little character to be there, and stuff. And I just kind of try and play it legitimately. Like, obviously I have to flub in my own narrative where they've died, because they can't die there or the story's over. But, yeah. They have their whole own little narrative. It's all happening in Fives' head. It's nonsense, of course, but I did take that nonsense and make it into Bloodborne fanfiction at one point when I played Bloodborne. The tough part will be if I start writing about Elden Ring, because then you really won't see me streaming at all, because then I will either be playing a video game or writing stories about that video game and shooting them off into random corners of the internet to die obscure deaths. And I don't think we need to regress back to that. That was like That was 2017, 2018 me. We don't need to go back to that. I didn't have my name yet. I didn't know a lot about myself then, so we're gonna evolve instead of devolve. I think we're gonna make healthier choices. And we're gonna paint little buildings, which are looking really cool. Very excited for how this is gonna look all put together. Hey, if you get paid to money to break video games, then by all means, you jump away. I just, I never think to do it. Like, I don't get into something and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I just clip through this, if I could speed run this area. I'm sure you can. But I'm not confident in my ability to even beat the area normally, let alone do it at supersonic speed. It's nice though, like a game this big, even though you have people who have probably already beaten the game and written guides for how to do it and stuff like that, probably not everything that can be discovered in the game has been discovered yet, and that's exciting. Like, it's still new, and people are still finding out stuff about it. And I love that. Like, that's very cool to me. I like when not everything's been figured out. You can hear foxes screaming outside. That sounds terrifying. What I can hear is also Lobster very loudly cleaning his foot. He's looking at spreading his toe beans apart so he can clean them. And it is quite loud, sir. That's cool. You've been quality assurance for games. I like that. I once watched a video of like the developers of Cuphead watching a speed run for it, and they were like, yeah, some of these we knew about and we wanted to correct, but we just didn't have the time to do it. And I thought that was really interesting. That, like, they knew that people were gonna find these hacks in the end, and they wanted to have fixed them, but they legitimately did not have the time to do so. Because sometimes you just assume that it's people being lazy or not having thought of it or being like, no one's gonna try that. But they were like, nah, we know people are gonna find these, but we're not able to do anything about it with the resources that we have. That was very, like, maybe people know that who are really into, like, video game development, but I wasn't aware of that, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Oh, cool. Lots of people talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. I've talked about Red Dead Redemption 2 briefly on a stream once before when I said I got one look at the protagonist and I was like, I understand his story and I don't need to play this game. And then I said what I thought and people were like, yeah, nope, you got it. You're good. And I was like, excellent. I'm glad my assumption about that was correct. I've never heard of Europa Universalis 4. I think that's 4. Or any of those games. That's a cool ass title. My opinions about Red Dead Redemption 2 are the any comments I make should not be constructed as criticism of Rockstar or its associates. I love that. Yeah, I remember you did stuff for Elder Scrolls. I think I have friends who are big fans of Elder Scrolls or Skyrim, and I know I've been told the difference before, but I don't fucking remember because I'm bad at remembering things sometimes. But there is a difference, and I know there's a difference. I don't remember what the difference is. I think they're fans of Elder Scrolls, but they might be fans of Skyrim. They're definitely fans of Dragon Age, which I always mean to play, but I get bored of halfway through and never finish. They're long ass games. I don't know. I just don't get as invested in the world as I should. I'll wait until, 6 years from now when they announce that they're making a Dragon Age Netflix series, and then I can get the story from that and then the complaints about how they didn't do the story accurately. Because that's how I'm experiencing The Witcher, and it's a delight. Skyrim is Alaska, Elder Scrolls is the world, Tamriel is the USA. Excellent, excellent. I like the Kunari in terms of aesthetic. They're really cool. But apparently they're like big into religion or something, which makes them slightly not chill. Maybe? Is that a good definition? It's probably not. It lacks nuance, if nothing else. Not the game, my definition. Got a little quiet there. I don't know why. All thoughts left my brain and I ceased speaking, which just created an awkward silence up in the space. Good job, Vibes. I was trying to think of anything else that I remembered about Dragon Age. There's a thieves guild, I think, or like a murderers guild. I think they're called the Brotherhood, which feels vague, but I think that's a thing. Hawk is a character, and you can choose whether it's Lady Hawk or Gentleman Hawk. Grey Wardens, that's a thing. There's like a king or a prince. I don't remember his name, but it's kind of dumb. And you can befriend him and either make him into a Grey Warden or a prince. Like, your choices affect the game. There's elves. There's a dwarf without a beard who's in love with his crossbow. I remember that. That's Dragon Age and Skyrim. They're different games. Why I don't know jack shit about Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. All of the things that I was saying were things about Dragon Age, which is not helpful. That is not the right franchise. A+5. Good job. Skyrim, you can be a lizard person, which is pretty cool. Or you can be a cat person. So you've got the two sides of the internet there. Cats and lizards. What, baby? It's always Mehrunes Dagon's fault. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's a character in either Dragon Age, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, or something else. Or maybe 40k. I don't think so. Because for 40k, we see that we say that Magnus did nothing wrong. And then people will say Magnus did nothing wrong. That's a 40k meme that I know. I also think, Poppy, you taught me that meme. It's a good meme. Dark Brotherhood, Murder Assassin Cult in Skyrim. Fuck yeah, I did know one thing about Skyrim. Excellent. High five. Good job. Thank you. Don't... It's a poor stereotype. Poppy's making a joke that it could be definitely construed in an offensive way. There is a harmful stereotype about Jewish people and jokes made about them being lizard people, which are not true and highly offensive. At least as far as I understand, which is earlier she had referenced Poppy had that she enjoys making people uncomfortable because she is Jewish and can make jokes like that. I am not Jewish and would not make a joke about that. I am talking about literally in Skyrim you can be like a bipedal lizard. And I could be misinterpreting what Poppy said as well, but I am reasonably certain that that is the joke that she was making. I would not go around casually saying that. That probably wouldn't go well for you. So handle that situation with all the caution that you can. I obviously cannot advise about this. I am here to paint minis and be paid to do bad impressions. I am not an expert about anything. That is just what I have learned from reading stuff on the internet. I would advise you consult your own sources. Aragonian. Okay, cool. And Khajiit. Is that where Khajiit has wares if you have coin comes from? Is that where that meme has its origins? Ah, cool. I love finding out where memes are from. That's always a good time. I remember when I watched Futurama for the first time, half of my time was just spent going, that's where that meme is from. That's where that gif is from. That's where that meme is from. Like the shut up and take my money gif or meme, I was like, oh shit, that's a Futurama reference. And I can picture the one with the professor, but I don't remember what the caption is, which is really bothering me, but there's another one. Khajiit has wares if you don't have coin. I guess Khajiit has wares either way, but you just can't get them if you don't have coin. Although I'm pretty sure in Skyrim you can just increase your thievery skill and steal whatever you want. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing that you can do. People have done a lot of weird stuff in Skyrim. I think some of my favorite Skyrim content is just Brian David Gilbert's video about reading all of the books in Skyrim and choosing the best ones. That never fails to make me smile. Almost done doing all of the trim on this. Whew! We got there in the end. Though it was a journey. I should probably do the smokestacks as well, but I want to make them a different colored copper from some of the other copper that's going to be on here, so if you liked watching me paint that trim, good, because I'm going to be basically doing the same thing, but in a different color. Isn't art fascinating? Y'all are mini painters, though. You already knew that was going to happen. Ah, gotcha. That reference did not land with me. I'm sorry. You can increase your lockpicking and stealth by doing it. All Skyrim skills are based on how much you do it. Okay. And this is a small building, yeah. Like I said, the painting process will get refined as we go, but this is the test model, and honestly the chances of this being the final color scheme are slim. I'm probably going to go through quite a bit, because that reddish color, that is not there to stay. I've already decided that that is not the color I want to use. So I mean, burnt brick red and black is not a good look for this building. If nothing else, we've established that tonight. I don't love how watery this copper is. I'm really going to have to shake this one a lot. Excuse me while I try and make this brand new piece of crap work the way that it's supposed to. I have the worst luck with metallic paints that are not made by Turbo Dork separating on me. Which is why I buy so many Turbo Dork paints, but they didn't have a copper that I liked, so we went with GW, which could have been a mistake. That, we still need to mix that. Jesus. Is that Hashut? No, this is Fulgurite copper. Hashut copper, or Hashut, or whatever. I don't fucking know how to pronounce all these made-up goddamn words. That one seemed too gold to me, so I went with this one, which has more of like a pinkish, rosy tone to it. At least in the bottle it does. Maybe in the lighting it does. There we go. Let's see. Have I thought about getting a vortex mixer? Absolutely, I've thought about it. Thing of it is, they're kinda pricey, and I want to, like, focus on upgrading my camera for videos before buying any, like, nice gadgets for me. I really, really want to have a decent camera to shoot all this stuff with. I just haven't. So that's like the big hobby purchase that I've been saving for. And then after that, I can use my patrons' very kind donations to buy stuff like vortex mixers or minis that strike my fancy. You know, for videos and projects and stuff like that. But for now, while I am saving for a camera, I am gonna use the old arms to do the mixing. See what we get out of that. That's a really gold copper, or maybe it's just because it's up against this like reddish. Okay, like it's not a bad copper, and it'll look better after a wash, I think. But we're gonna have to put some browns into this somewhere, like a lot of browns. Yeah, but a vortex mixer would be really nice. I would like to get one at some point. I think probably before I get a vortex mixer, I'd like to get like a set of Vallejo paints as well. Everybody swears by Vallejo, and I've just not bought it because it's not what my local store sells, so I'll just buy. Oh, okay, the copper around the windows I'm really liking. That looks good to me. I don't know if you guys think it looks good to you, but I'm liking the window frames in this copper. I think that's a look that we're gonna keep. That's a good look for us. I keep saying us and we, as though there's, other people helping me with this paint job. There isn't. It's just me. Same old vibes. I don't understand what the spam bots are doing either. I'm honestly like, they send one message or two and they never mean anything or do anything. So I don't know. Vallejo? Okay, I'll try and get it right. It's, everybody around me mispronounces it, so I should say it correctly. Proacryl is also solid. I've heard good things about them. Vallejo was having distribution issues. I see. They've been having distribution issues with plastic glue at my local hobby shop, which has been obnoxious. Been having to use super glue, so I'm looking forward to whenever that's over and I can get plastic glue again. Thankfully, the Tau that are coming in soon will be pre-assembled. I will not have to assemble them. Bless used armies for that, am I right? In Espanol, LLSY. Okay. I did not take Spanish. I took German. Took German because my mom said you have to take a language, because the school says you have to take a language, and your sister took German, so if you need help on your homework, you can ask her. And then I often did need help on my homework, and my sister never helped me, so really I just should have taken something that interested me. I wanted to take Mandarin, because I thought it would be interesting to learn like Chinese characters and how to write them. I thought that would be cool. I guess I could still learn that. Like, there's nothing preventing me from taking adult language classes somewhere. I just don't really have the patience for it. They got like Duolingo and stuff like that, and I'll make an attempt every now and again, but I get tired. I give up. Tamiya Extra Thin is your fave. It's apparently almost the same formula as their airbrush cleaner, so either might be relatively easy to get. Okay, that's good to know. I've decided that I don't like copper for this door. This door will not be copper in the final edition. You might ask yourself, hey Fives, you know how to do digital art. You went to school for that. Why are you painting this building to find out what colors you want it to be? A, I like the process of painting. It's soothing to me to actually spend the time with a brush doing something tactile. B, I already did digital art for a commission that I'm working on today, so I don't feel like doing anymore. And C, I really just like looking at things that I paint as I paint them and seeing if I actually like how it looks or not. I don't like doing it in theory. I just like doing it in practice and then repainting it if it doesn't look good. I don't know why. It's not the most efficient way or the best way, but it's the way that I decided to do it, and I've committed to doing it that way. I'm really not sure how I'm going to actually paint the inside of this. That's something that I didn't consider, because, like, this is not an angle that's conducive to painting. So I have to figure that out. I guess I could, like, just dry brush the inside, like, paint it all brown, and then kind of do, like, a yellowish dry brush to just make it look like light inside is changing the color of everything. That might be the way to go for it. Not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Be interesting. I don't know if I should have painted the interior first or not either. That's something I should have thought about. I get to learn all of this with terrain for the first time, really. So it's all very educational. You learned Spanish to try and get citizenship from the country that kicked your ancestors out. That's... yeah. I can see how learning Spanish could help with that. Sorry about your ancestors, though. That's a real shame. Not speaking of anything, awkward segue. That has nothing to do with anything. I got this troll for Blood Bowl for a really good deal from our Blood Bowl League organizer. And, I thought this might be fun to paint up as a video. Because trolls are kind of interesting and neat and weird. Do you guys think that that would make some good content? As you can see, I've done kind of a shitty job priming over the former paint job because it's still glowing through in some places. But this is definitely going to be, like, I think a burger. I think I'm going to do, like, a hamburger troll. And have his, like, little sign be, like, a menu. I think that could be cute. And maybe I'll make a tiny chef hat for him. Turns out everyone expected the Spanish Inquisition. I do like the borders in copper too. That's looking good. Especially the rivets. I think stuff with rivets is taking this paint really good. So we're definitely going to do rivets in copper. I like how that looks. Maybe I could make the metal like darker too. Like if the bar part was like brown and the rivets were copper, that might look good. Might look good all as copper. I'll really be able to tell once I get a wash on there. Some other color choices. What I like and what I don't. Yeah, right? Like changing these colors, it's working. I really don't like this red though. This red brown. I kind of just want to sponge something over it and see how that looks. So I think I'll do that. I'll paint this other side copper just so we can kind of like take a look at it from this like this example side, I guess is what we'll do. Maybe actually I know if I just start fixing this one side, I'll end up fixing all of it. Like I'll do this whole side and finish it up, and then I'll try and replicate it on the other sides, then I won't be able to do it. So that would be like a really smart thing to do on a stream, to be like, yeah, we're going to take this side of the building from start to finish in one stream. But I will forget how to do everything. And I really can't do that because I want this to look good. This is like the first of what will be a large terrain project, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Um, Obviously, being that this building was the preview building for a Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter did get funded, as far as I'm aware. I do have, it does kind of hinge on the pledges being delivered and stuff. So I can't guarantee that anything's gonna happen because you never do know for sure with stuff you back whether you're ever gonna see it in the end. But hopefully. Hector is very confident over there on his little castle that I will see the rewards in the end, which is great. Main campaign funded and all stretch goals unlocked. Beautiful. We love to see it. Yeah, baby, we love to see it. The great part is if I do get to the point where I have a whole city painted up and stuff like that, and it's all, you know, it's all like FDM, so it's pretty durable. I can briefly film my cats walking through the city like they're giant monsters, and put some Godzilla type music over it, and just submit it to, Sundance. Like, there it is. It's art. Tell me that it's not. Look into Hector's eyes directly and tell me that that boy has not created art this day. I would not actually do that, but I would film my cats being giant kaiju. I think that would be great. You've never seen an STL Kickstarter flop? That's good. Kind of hoping. It seems that those are... Because, with the STLs, they need money to pay the sculptors, presumably. And then it's all kind of... And, some hosting and storage and stuff, obviously, and test prints and supporters. But, they don't actually have to pay to have the item made in a factory or produced and shipped and stuff like that. So I feel like they have a higher chance of success because there are less logistics to be worked out than when you're making a physical product. I'm not saying that making STLs is easy or less than or anything like that. Lobster, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you scratching the wall? Let's not do that. You have scratching posts. Use them for scratching. The wood paneling, I'm not a huge fan of, I know. I've said that, Lobster, but that doesn't mean we can destroy it. That's not what we do. The boys are getting rowdy because they're like, it's time for you to wind down and pay attention to us. They've been liking that I've played Elden Ring so much because they can just sit in my lap while I have a controller and help me die faster. You couldn't find a lighter to clear your plastic glue nozzle, so you applied a 9-volt battery to it instead. I'd say whatever works, but I am genuinely concerned. That is not the method I would use to clear things. I'm much more conservative with my means of cleaning. They don't usually involve fire or electricity. In fact, I don't think they've ever used fire or electricity. No, I've used you throw something in a dishwasher or washing machine and that's using electricity to help clean, but different than a 9-volt battery being applied directly to something. As you can see, the copper has leaked onto the main part, but that's fine because we can either turn that into weird water damage or cover it up when we repaint that. But yeah, I think I like the window frames in copper. I like the side panels in copper. I'm kind of okay with this and these in copper. They're not too bad, but I could also change them and have some more variety, so let's do that. Let's just get, I love painting brown. Brown always looks good after a wash. I know people will think that brown is like a boring choice or whatever, but God, I love painting brown. It just is so fucking forgiving. Brown is always the right choice. Yep. Just use needles. That's what I do. Or I just keep cutting the nozzle. That's kind of giving it a cool effect. I didn't shake up that paint nearly as well as I could have, but that's just making it look rusty. Which isn't what I want, but was cool. We thought about it for a second there. We dipped that paint brush too far into the paint, and we got paint on the ferrule, which they say is bad to do. And a surprise to no one, I have not decided to fix this problem. I'm continuing to paint with the brush, and we'll fix it later. I think I like this for the door. It might actually be interesting, I think, if I do the walls in like a cream color, which objectively would make it way harder to prime in black the parts and go back and do cream over it. That's a bad color theory choice. It's inefficient to say the least. I'm just gonna paint this door here brown as well, because I'll forget which brown I used. I think I'm gonna do copper for the rest of it. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, they do get gummed up easily. They work great like the first few times, you know? When it's just actually the non-gummed up metal, it works a dream. But then you get it caked with glue, and I always end up being like, what was the fucking point of me buying this if it's only gonna work for like a third of the bottle, if even that. That's hilarious. I guess it's GW sanctioned then, so, you know. If it doesn't work, you can be like, you burned down your house with that, be like, Games Workshop told me that this was the way to do it, so they're to blame. I demand emotional reparations from this. I think that maybe we'll do those vents in a different color. But I like that I can think rivets and know that I want it to be copper, and I think maybe the door frame will be. We'll see. We've got some decisions to make. Am I qualified to make these decisions at this point in the night? I mean, my decisions so far have been brown, which is always the right choice, and probably gray. Do I have just a gray? Matte black. Yeah, hardened carapace. see what those vents look like, Gray. You prefer the bottle and brush method? I've never tried Tamiya, because again, I try to stick to what they sell at my local not my local games workshop, but my local hobby shop. So if they don't sell it, I tend to not buy it. Because I'm big on support your local game store. My local game store has been good to me, so try and give them my business. Doesn't always work out. Do the best that I can. I'd also be the wrong person to notice difference in glues because I try to avoid assembly like the plague. I want to learn to love it, but I also don't try to love it because I just avoid it. So maybe I'm not really trying that hard. I think gray might be the right choice. Yep. Gray and brown. Isn't this exciting, guys? I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with the walls. That is still the part I'm not sure about. So that's gonna take some experimentation. But I like the copper. I like the gray. I like this kind of rusted brown door. Maybe I just should paint the whole building brown if I like brown that much. Or if I like painting brown that much. Or do something really outlandish. I could just throw like a really super bright purple on here and see what happens. I'm not going to. Purple is... with that arm... no. No. Before I start making wacky decisions, I gotta rein it in. Go for about another 20 minutes, end at 10 o'clock for me, my time zone. I think that'll probably be good. I want to see what these windows look like with just a touch of blue in them to simulate glass, because I'm not going to be painting realistic glass, I don't think. Or maybe I am. Who knows? Who knows what I'll feel like when I get that far into it. Maybe. There we go. Like, maybe I'll get some blue. Cupping your hands around the nozzle. Cold air. There. Aw. Sorry you're dealing with sculpts you don't like. I hope you get finished with them soon so that you can get back to painting. I'm eager to see more of your snotlings. Kraz will sometimes post photos of the snotlings that she paints in our Discord, and they're always a delight. Fun little buddies. I'm really excited for when I get to be finished with this stream and check out what that original Skull Taker is going to look like too. It's like a reward for having done a stream. I get little presents at the end. Not that I'm buying Skull Takers, but I get to see the Skull Takers that I might someday buy if I choose to. After the Tau incident, I guess I really shouldn't say that I'm not going to buy anything, because then I'll just, you know, keep bringing up that I'm not doing something and then do it eventually, which is not a healthy relationship to have to consumerism and shit like that. I don't know. We're not going there. Painting blue makes it look like nothing. It's just the same fucking color as, like, the gray. That's hilarious. It's just taking away the zenithal shading. That's all that's happening here. Dab in a little bit more of that. It's just very washed out comparative to how shiny that copper is beside it. That's very interesting. A lot of the parts of this building won't be something that I put a wash on because it is an FDM print, so it has that striated texture to it a little bit. So I gotta remember to not, like, put wash in the windows, which I don't want to have that texture. See if I can just kind of fake it with, like, paint to give them depth, but just painting them in this blue already disguises that quite a bit, which is good to know. Good to know. Yeah, but I gotta get rid of that red. That's gonna drive me freaking insane. Not tonight, unfortunately. Tonight, hobby time is winding down a little bit. You'd think after how much Elden Ring I played that I would have the stamina to stream for a bit longer, but unfortunately, Monday approacheth. I could Mod Podge it or do a varnish. I'm not going to. I'm going to embrace the texture in some areas and do stuff to combat it in others. And see what happens. I honestly, with the fact that I'm going to be doing a rather large project, hopefully, with this, and this is like a small building, I don't think it's worth it to go through the effort of Mod Podge and varnish for this particular one. Especially because it's supposed to be like a shack, so if it's a little weird, then that's fine. I don't really think it's like the nicest shack I've ever seen. I'd live in here. I'd live in this place, but you know, I'm gonna hopefully have bigger fish to fry than just this little one. I am not going to buy a Tau Manta. Is that big ass thing that, like, Squidmar and all the other channels in the biggest miniature painting contest that they're having with each other is doing? Because I'm not buying that. I don't like painting vehicles to begin with. It doesn't seem particularly practical for gaming purposes, other than you put it down on the table, you say, I spent 10,000 million points on this and all of my time painting, so I fucking win. Like, that's not a fun way to play a war game. That's just pay to win. I have no real interest in painting the biggest thing, because it also means I then have to store the biggest thing somewhere, and I don't want to fucking do that. I know I have a house now and I can store whatever the fuck I want, but I don't think I want a giant Tau spaceship taking up valuable display case room that could be going to little guys. I like having a bunch of little guys. Which is no surprise because I always end up doing horde armies. Wow, this is showing up really good on the stream. That red doesn't look nearly as obnoxious on the camera as it does in real life. You guys are getting a skewed view of how bad this color actually is. On there, it looks like a nice kind of like peachy red pastel sort of deal. It's not that in real life. It's like a sad barn in real life. Sad brick. Yeah. Yeah, heck, it's like a sad brick. It would have been smart to paint in these windows before doing the copper, but because I'm super intelligent and want to practice my brush control, I'm just going to do it after. And then I'll have to correct the copper later, and or I'll just apply rust over top of it. That's the thing. Sometimes people fix their mistakes. Other times I'm just like, you know what's gonna fix that? Washes and weathering. That'll fix that up right good. On camera. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, what I see on camera is still not the result that I'd want in real life. Like, I wouldn't think that would be how I want this to look. But if I saw that, and like that was what I ended up with, I'd be like, I guess it's not so bad. But this is a test paint job, which means we're going to try a lot of different fucking things until I find something that I like. And red is typically not my favorite color, so it figures. Probably won't be red, probably won't be blue. Could be teal. Maybe teal. Teal's like a good futuristic color, in my opinion. It is exciting to get, little by little, pieces of this painted. Like, to just even see the different areas separated out into blocks of color, make it look more real, I guess, than, you know, how it did before. Like, it's not done, but that's a little house now. That's a little house, and like a little guy can live there. Little guy can live there. Hector, you're a little guy. You're a little guy. Yeah. You know you're a little guy. Hector is saying, it's time for you to end the stream and pay attention to me, because it's almost bedtime. Right you are, Captain Hector. I think he's making a good executive call for all of us today. I'm going to get some sleep, prepare myself for the work day. I promise you guys, I will not become any more addicted to, so I'll be back. And you'll be back. Is that a threat? No, that's not a threat? It's a promise? Okay. Alright, he's getting antsy, so I gotta go. I'm being told off by my boss now. But I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for being here.